Right. Alright. Alright. People, what is going on in this world? I feel like I'm living in a alternate universe over here. Things just getting stranger and stranger and stranger by the day. Alright, guys. Okay. Alright. I hope everybody's doing well. Hold on 1 second. Let me double check something real quick. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. Good. Alright, guys. How is everyone? I feel like I have no idea who's in and who's not. But today, it's pretty crazy, you know? But yeah, let's talk about it. Not quite sure what I'm gonna talk about, but what what is life anymore? Okay, so hold on 1 second. Before I do that, let's watch this small little tiny clip here. It's kind of demonstrated what I'm trying to talk about, the theme of today for sure. But yeah, so let's listen and then I'll be back.
Tea. I bet you thought I was drinking tea, but, this glass is empty. You see that? There was no tea in there. And this isn't my hand. These are my hands. That's not real at all. You see, you're being lied to. You're being lied to. I bet you thought this was me, but no, this is just a reflection. This was all taking place on a mirror. It was all a mirror. It was all a lie. And I bet you thought I was wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants. And this isn't even my voice. I dubbed this over in post-production. And you're being lied to. This is all taking place on a screen and you are being lied to. You're being lied to. Tea. I bet you thought I was drinking tea, but, this glass is empty. You see that? There was no tea in there. And this isn't my hand. These are my hands. That's not real at all. You see, you're being lied to. You're being lied to. I bet you thought this was me, but no, this is just a reflection. This was all taking place on a mirror. It was all a mirror. It was all a lie. And I bet you thought I was wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants. And this isn't even my voice. I dubbed this over in post-production. And you're being lied to. This is all taking place on a screen and you are being lied to. You're being lied to.
That's crazy, huh? Anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel like. Sometimes the world is just, is it a lie? Is it for real? Is it something that I should be worried about? But yeah, it's a quick demonstration of what is happening. Now, of course, this Staplegate thing, it's pretty, hilarious in my opinion. And it just demonstrates like there's so many interesting thing that is happening in Gamestop, right? As a company, as everything. I really think that as a kind of poking it, they're very good at poking fun at at themselves. Okay, so that's what I love about the company in and of itself. And the reason why I said that is because if you go to eBay right now, and take a look at the, like, just Google Staplegate, or GameStop Staplegate. You are, I mean, eBay it, right? You are going to see some crazy thing here. Look at that price, you guys. Like, this morning it was 8,000. Okay, now it's over $100,000. That is insanity. Of course, this is for auction for charity, so that's a good thing, right? I'm sure it's gonna get tax write off for the whole company, but that's not the whole reason why. And I really think that this is it's just a demonstration that there are people who are interested in the company, and perhaps a lot of rich people too, right? That are probably buying this just for the kick of it, right? Just for the fun of it. So who knows? It might get to $1 million or so, right? And that would be great, crazy. But yeah, I'll continue to monitor this. Of course, I saw it on Moran show. It was like $8,000 or something like that. But it's insane. It's just like one day. Actually, I'm gonna copy this link right here, and I'm gonna send it to someone who I talked about with. There you go. Anywho, I just thought, that was they'd probably get a good laugh at it. Okay, so let me. Okay, yeah, I think I'm on. I don't know if my microphone is still on or off sometimes, so I have to double check. Anyway, so that's good. Again, to me, this is a good indication that people are still paying attention to the company, paying attention to the stock. That this whole price action is really not so much about retail sentiment at all. It has everything to do with the algorithm, so to speak. So again, it's coming. You see a little bit of spike, midday here. Nothing too excited about, but again, any type of movement like this, right, with the company, something is happening. Not saying it's gonna happen tomorrow or anytime soon or anything like that, but just keep an eye on it, right? Of course, I'm still keeping these levels, keep an eye on these levels here, just because I can. So we will see how it's gonna play out. Now, just because it spike a little doesn't mean it's going to uh, do what I expect it to do, which is somewhat like this right here. The shenanigan here before they send it up higher for the earnings part, right? Now it ends at 23.19, right? And this gap has not been filled yet, so it's very encouraging to see that it's moving towards the gap right there. Okay. Not to say it's gonna fill up, anytime soon. Again, gap could not be filled, um, you know. So there's always a chance that it might not fill that gap in the next few months over here. But I feel like it's a pretty, there's a floor for sure that I could see here, So $20 or so, that could be the next level in which we are going to be the support of. But who knows? It could just straight up from here. I mean, you could say, you could draw this trend line over here and kind of see where things might go. As long as you have that trend line intact. I wonder what other price point is it going to touch right there. So there's a cluster here. There's a cluster here. Okay, all right. That looks great. I mean, top-notch TA over here. Um, very encouraging. I know I don't have any log. I think hold on, let me see if I logarithmic. Oh, that is not a logarithm. Okay, okay. In which case, okay. You see there? There you go. There you go. I think that's a more beautiful line, huh? So this is log, and you see a lot of stuff. But anyway, so as far as price action on GME, it's very muted. It's kind of expected, but as we could see right now, Bitcoin is kind of perking up to $111,000 per coin. It could come crashing down here, but I really think that it's really wanting to go up rather than down. Economically, you see a lot of confusion in the market. Of course, the S&P 500 kind of hit the all-time high, ripping higher. Who knows? Might be the last time in which you're gonna see some sort of market crash. I don't know. I'm still expecting market crash, but for some reason, it never comes true. I'm not saying it's gonna crash tomorrow or anytime soon. Perhaps the bubble. I mean the money printing, the fact that the Fed is gonna lower the rate in a minute here. We kind of see the writing on the wall. As far as Bitcoin goes, I don't know if it's going to follow the S&P 500. If again, the earnings is not going to support, the valuation of anything, so people are gonna get caught on to that. There's been news about how I guess Trump, whatever, you know, I guess signing into bills that every single child's gonna get $1,000 investing in their retirement here, and I don't know what that gonna ensue, but I could speculate that it's just going to be the exit liquidity for these big guys out there, because then they're gonna just shift that burden of high prices to the next generation. But of course, in the short term, the market's gonna do well, because if that's the case, then people are gonna be front running, buying it up, so that the next generation is gonna have to buy it up in the higher price. Who knows? Just my speculation, of course. I don't know how beneficial that is and where is the money coming from. It seems like they're gonna, either print it or tax the poor to to get to that point. But I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it can be noble to think about, but it might not be. But let's kind of wait and see what happened. I hate to speculate because I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but say if that were to kind of enact and all that stuff. So, greeting, shouldn't you be sleeping? I know. I just thought, okay, I haven't been on lately, so I'm like, okay, let me just go on. It's almost 6 a.m. All right. Well, good morning there. I have to be late. Yeah, it is 8 o'clock. That's not too bad over here. 8 p.m. Typically, maybe my bedtime is around 11 o'clock. So I got about 2 to 3 hours more, to go. It's okay. I mean, I'm a bit sleepy at the moment, but thank you for asking. And yeah, welcome. But anyway, Bitcoin is going higher. So, the whole idea that that Jimmy's balance sheet's gonna just doing that. I'm looking at my trusty sheets over here real quick. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. All right. So yes, only 8 p.m. right now. We're close to 9 p.m. actually. All right, so let's plug in the price real quick. Of course, this is gonna change every, so. But currently, it would be at this price level right here. So again, our Bitcoin holding is going up higher. The more Bitcoin goes up higher, right? So the whole idea is that I feel like we should add more Bitcoin as soon as possible. Hopefully, the next balance sheets we're gonna see more Bitcoin added, and at whatever price, right? Of course, again, remember market to market accounting for Bitcoin holding is going to amplify or decelerate, the earnings because of the fluctuation based on, Bitcoin's success or failure. Okay. It could be the double-edged sword here. So just be careful with that. But of course, like, again, with what is going on right now, like I said, if all of the asset in the world right now, it's $800 trillion, and if just 1% of that goes into Bitcoin, right, it's going to be $8 trillion. So what does that mean? It means that Bitcoin goes higher. So let's put that in there, because it goes to $8 trillion. Perfect. So we have it. There we go. So $8 trillion market cap. That's around, again, $600,000 a coin. That'd be good, right? Just join. Are you gonna make a bet? Hey, if it's up there, who knows? I might throw in, some bit. Is it? I hope it's new, or at least washed. I shouldn't even say that. Of course, like, it's gonna be a scandal in itself. um, I know, like, I love this leadership because, like, he has such a good humor. I feel like this is just the humor that I would have too as a regular human being, And to have this type of leadership, I just get a kick out of it for sure, right? And it just demonstrated that this community, he's aware of of his own um, humor and what's stick and whatnot, but it's kind of refreshing. But again, not everybody's gonna like that type of humor, though. I'm sure the people that are hating on GameStop gonna be like, I can't believe he did that on eBay. What kind of a CEO does this thing and this that? That's crazy, huh? But anyway, the guy in Moran's Discord wants that. I know that's kind of gross, borderline. But hey, which is his own. I feel like there's everything for everyone to have if that's what float their boat. But this is actually a good idea. It shows engagement, right? Like it kind of give people but it's a head turner for sure, right? It's like, what? Huh? GameStop. Oh, look, it's like it's up there. Like, people are betting it up like crazy. And the fact that it's over $100,000, can you imagine that? Like, what? I feel like it's gonna be a million in 10 days over here. So by the time it ends, 6 more days, can we get to like $1 million? I wouldn't doubt that at all. Oh man, I would love GameStop to do this on their like have it auctioned. I mean, on our website. Why do it on eBay? Like, what the heck? Do it on our own website. And the companies. But again, this might just be a personal thing. I don't know how, the rules on auctioning and all that stuff. Do you need a license to do auctioning on your platform? I don't know. Yeah, next time for sure. Who who listed this? GameStop? Okay, we have. Well, okay, okay. I mean, I like this. I like this. It's crazy, crazy. I mean, I could just watch this auction all day. You know. It's a market genius level move. The idea comes from someone on X and respond to the. Okay, I mean, he's probably just doing it for fun, and then say, okay, hey, it's for charity. So, and like I said, I think there's a lot of rich people, who are investing in this company as well that are, getting a kick out of it as well. I feel, just demonstrating that there's a lot of rich investor out here, okay, who have hundreds of thousands of dollars just throwing everywhere for these type of collection. But listen, this could turn out to be like $100 million worth of collectible here in 10, 15, or 20 years even, right? When GameStop reached $1 trillion market cap company. Come on, right? I mean, are we living in a reality anymore? Mother of God, I know that's crazy. I don't know how. I mean, this morning was like $8,000. 8,000. I can't get over that at all. Um, but anyway, I mean that's just the show right there. I mean, I could just talk about this all day. And the fact that it was on front page news too, you guys, like this is terrible, right? It's like the when it first happened, oh my god, I was like, this monster stapling, stapling the console. I mean, stapling the receipt to the console and then just damaging the screen and whatnot. And then it was on the front page news. Um, Again, they hate GameStop that much to every type of negativity, right? They would do this, but in essence, they're helping GameStop with the publicity. Like I feel inadvertently, right? They're trying to bash GameStop, but every time they bash it, this is happening. So, it's a counter action of leadership try to, yeah, show some engagement for sure. Okay, if you want to think it's bad, okay, let's just, make poke fun of ourselves here. Um, and again, like people could learn from this mistake, right? And I'm sure there's tons of, retail mistakes out there that are not front page news. How ridiculous is this that it's front page news? Yeah, it was a news segment and everything. People are actually interviewing the guy. But hey, people love the Switch 2, I guess. They wanted, the first in line to have it. I'm not knocking that at all. I truly apologize for the inconvenience for this person. But from what I know, though, it actually they resolved it quickly and they were very professional about it. So no harm being done in this stapling of the fact that it actually but the staple, this is the actual staplers that does that. Crazy. And the letter of authenticity. Now, okay, this could be a hint. Okay, could be a hint for the NFT marketplace out there. I truly think that this is the hint. Hey, what is NFT? NFT is the letter of authentication for every single tokens out there, or for every single NFT. Sorry, that are minted, on the platform. So again, I could stretch it to that. Now, crypto has become more and more legitimized, and you see that today, actually, this morning, they were have some hearing, and apparently Brad Garlinghouse was testifying. Of course, a lot of negative, connotation, because the president is involving in crypto, and every single question kind of surrounded by that. How do I feel about that? I don't know. Again, like, there's no clear rules or anything, for anyone to go by. So how can you blame anyone for trying to take advantage of it? Yes, I agree that the U.S. president should not be, personally involved in anything. The fact that you make meme coins and all that stuff, I hate that. But at the same time, since there's no rules regarding that, what do you think, people, like, what do you expect people to do? Okay. So, I know fraud is a fraud if you are defrauding people, because you make some, useless coin and you promise the world, then of course, yes, that's terrible. But if you know that you are investing in some worthless coins out there that have no utility, that have no viability, but of course you could say that Bitcoin at some point in time is a shitcoin too, right? Just some speculative type of thing. But again, as time goes on, right, more and more people are adopting to the idea that Bitcoin is a store of value. Now, it's going to be the pristine collateral that perhaps is going to be the world reserve currency here in 20 years or so. So that's the direction in which it's going to go to, because again, nothing beats Bitcoin, right? And when you have AI kind of going there, at that direction, you could really program a lot of things to earn Bitcoin, or to try to steal Bitcoin from you, and something like that. Who knows? There's a lot of thieves out there. I don't know why I go on to that tangent, but let me just get back to business over here. I hope Ron Kitty wins it. Oh, right. Oh my God, that would be great. Like, can you imagine? You just throw $1 million. Like, okay, here we go, 1 million. That's actually a good idea. The internet would lose their mind. Like, yeah, sure. That's a good idea, actually. Like, what if he actually beating, right? I mean, betting one of them. We need a letter of authentication for each of the share, right? That's for sure. Will that happen? No, I don't think so. It's terrifyingly slow, and man, you guys, the volume is so low. I mean, relatively high. Okay, let me look it up, so I don't say it. I truly feel. Okay, so you see a little bit more volume, but compared to the convertible notes, right? Like, look at the sale volume right there. Boom, boom. But I wonder if OBV. Okay, so you could see that there are selling pressure there, for the daily. Okay, let's look at the weekly. Weekly, it's just unbelievably elevated. Okay. So on the daily, of course, again, measuring against the volume and all that stuff, you could see that there are some people who sold. But over here, the spike. Yes, people took some profit around here. But again, accounting for these volume right here. But if you look at the weekly, right, compared to the last volume, there's none like it at all. But anytime there's buying orders or buying volume, it just elevated the OBV even more. So OBV right now, it's around 9 billion shares being traded back and forth right now. Okay? It's crazy, huh? Crazy. Well, as a seasoned eBay auction sniper, okay. You never show really how much you are willing to pay for it, but it is for charity, okay? I get it. Hope Kitty wins and you will live stream it. I know, that would be crazy, right? That would be crazy. I want to see that. I want to see that show for sure. I would watch it, yeah. I agree, of course. Hey, Lionel, what's up? What's up? Hey, I tried to call you. I don't know what happened to you. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Let's see. But yeah, so I mean, $23. Come on, you guys. Like, this is a steal. I don't know what else to say to people. I'm thinking, like, am I the only person in this universe who think that this company is actually doing something good here? The answer is yes, apparently. Now, I have a person close to my heart that still, doesn't believe it, even though, you have the balance sheets to back it up. Of course, the argument is that, well, the core business is not doing anything at all. Okay, that's the argument. Okay, sure. But I don't know what these person expect GameStop to do in this environment. I mean, look at the amount of layoffs that is happening right now. Microsoft just laid a whole bunch of people off. It's crazy now. It could be because of the AI thing, or is it because they are, ramping up waiting for the market crash here? Because, guys, like, there's no demand out there. Like, people are not spending. Look at the Prime thingy, right? Moran's talked about it this morning, and I saw a financial, what's it? The Dollar University, Jeff Snyder or whatever. He talked about it as well, where the consumer demands is not there, and so when Prime days happen, right? Typically they are actually selling more, but now vendor and people are selling on Amazon. They're like, hey, we can't even have any discount because the profit margin is not there, and in turn, there's not enough people shopping, and so because the price is too high for most people. So that's crazy. Taking extra shifts so I can buy more. Hey, that's great. I mean, if you could increase your income and come up with extra cash and then just buy as much as you can, keep your expenses low as much as you can, because when that explosion happened, right, people will regret not buying at this level right here. Not to say it won't come down even lower, but I just don't imagine it to be. Yeah. Before this happened, I didn't imagine it was gonna come down to $10 either. So, and just because I don't imagine it, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. Okay. So it could just well be happening very quickly and then trying to, fake a whole bunch more people out last dip and then rip. How about that? How about that? I mean, how's that look? I feel good about this prediction here, you guys. Feel so good about it. um, I could do this ghost change thing. Hold on, let me see. Right here. Let's try to get this fractal going here. Okay, there you go. I feel good about this fractal. Okay, there you go. Will they be able to drive it down to less than a penny? No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just playing. But this will give you a triple top for sure. There. I mean triple bottom, triple top, triple bottom. Okay, so you might be able to get it at $10 again. I know this is your level right here. Okay, that's your dream. You had a dream over here and it came true. The dream might came true again over here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Okay, stop playing around. Guys, I don't have much right now. I just want to come on here quickly to talk about this auction thing. It's amazing to see the auction going on here. I'm curious to see what's happening tomorrow morning. I will keep in in keep it keep track of it. Okay. Of course, everyone is looking for Ron Kitty coming back. I know there's some Chicago exchange and whatnot. Just some words that pops out of the certification. What? Ready for the play and what? And the box. People just like again just pick and choose any words. Just saying that some hint over here, tinfoil hat and all that stuff. That's crazy, you guys. Yeah, yeah. Creeping higher. That is awesome. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna scroll down here. Nothing much here. Of course, we see like dark pool ordering. Look at this shenanigans. Again, they're just drying it up. Let me look at the off exchange real quick. It wouldn't surprise me if it like over 60% off exchange. Oh, I was wrong. It's 59% off exchange. Excuse me. It's not 60%. That's no big deal. That's totally normal volume for sure. So of all those exchange, 50% of those are shorted volume. It's crazy. I mean, they're just shorting it to oblivion. Okay, so 5 million shares here and there. So I don't know, you guys, what's happening. But I really feel it's going to end around max pain again for this week, which is $23. So don't be surprised by that. It's pretty accurate until Roaring Kitty come back. I think. I guess we do need Roaring Kitty after all for this stock to move. But yeah, I mean, here's the problem is that they don't want calls to go in the money. And that's why you see that spike quickly up and down, quickly up and down. And nobody could take advantage of the, of the appreciation in the call contract. What is the next one? The next earning is September. So we just have to kind of wait for that. But yeah, max pain for 11 is around $23. So keep an eye on that level. They're gonna try to close it. We have 2 more days to go for Friday, and this one 23 as well. Yep. But in the meantime, though, you see, slowly institutional ownership is creeping higher. Actually, let me look at, before I let you guys go here, Fintel. I want to see if there is any filing. That we could see. Okay, so it doesn't show the other one yet, but there might be a graph here. Am I tripping? Okay, there's the graph. Am I tripping? There we go. Oh, where did it go? What? You just saw it, right? Anywho, a lot of institution has been slowly adding, small here. It was like 60 shares. What the heck? And then they added more right here, right? This one 9,000 shares there. I don't think they add more here. I think the gray is just staying the same. The green are the one that they are adding, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, all of these are June, right? So some of that for sure you're gonna see. You're gonna see that, but yeah, it's elevated for sure. Right now you could see. Hold on, you guys. See, I'm now yawning for sure. Hold on, I'm looking for the shorts. Like how many? All right, so currently you have 19 short position. Whoever owns it or whatever hedge fund. 23 of them are either long or short, so both. Okay. So you're only fighting a handful of institution here. I mean, most of them are long only, right there. So that should tell you something. Okay, that you're only fighting the handful few that are still not believing that this company could do something amazing. So they're just holding on to their position, short position or whatever. They're just not closing. And perhaps they still have the money to servicing those, shares, borrowing shares, or doing the best they can that they can also kind of keep the lid on the short position. Of course, they're fighting. I'm not saying that they don't have any, skin in the game in fighting, tooth and nail here to try to stay afloat, because you could see the volume being dried up for a reason, right? If it is actually a sell order, do you really think that they are going to um, put it in the dark pool. The dark pool is reserved for buying orders. That's the whole reason why we have this price action in the first place. And so again, not many people are aware of it until later on, I feel. So yeah, just chill. I know. I feel like it's soon, but I don't know how soon is soon. I mean, again, to me, I need some sort of strategy. People should have their own strategy. So this is mine. You could make your own. You don't have to, do the exact same thing as I do. This is just me keeping track of how much money it's being. The company has raised so far and how many Bitcoin they are publicly announcing that they have. My speculation is that they will buy more Bitcoin. But even if they just, hold that $8 billion at this level, at this, oh my God, interest, then they would be able to get around $400 million a year. I mean, just doing nothing. So with that, obviously, now I'm hoping that he will take a look at Strike or Strife or whatever, so that this would be higher. Instead of getting 4, Strife is offering 8% to 7% right now. I know, because Bitcoin went up higher, I think Strife might be. Hold on, let me see, because I cover it. Hold on, Strife. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's higher now. So it's creeping higher and higher because, again, people are chasing yield. So at this current price point, if you were to buy it here, how much percentage would you get? So $10 you would get per unit, and then you get this one right here. So right now you only get 7.9%. So because, again, people are chasing those yields. Jerome's, Trump, everyone wants the rate to be lower. And so 8% is quite a bit of steep yield there. And that's going to give Michael Saylor the ability to buy more Bitcoin. And that's going to be good for GameStop as well, because GameStop has Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes higher, that's going to help out with the next earnings report. Okay. So hopefully, by this time we already add more Bitcoin already below $100,000, and continue to accumulate more. Yeah. The future is bright, you guys. Just make sure you're not. Don't screw this up, for sure. You have the ability to buy GameStop at $23. Come on. That's crazy. Okay. In 10, 21 years, just like MicroStrategies, Saylor is saying, in 21 years, you are going to regret not buying Bitcoin. I'm going to say the same thing about GME. So there you go. All right, guys. I think I'm getting sleepy at the moment. So thank you so much for tuning in. I know you guys will watch later on and be amused by it. But yeah, thank you, Awakened Sheep. Thank you, Lionel. Appreciate you coming in and making comments. Thank you so much. I will see you when I see you.